Okay, and so the filter that we have is set for keywords that were imported, and we're looking at currently the Wordtracker. You can see the Wordtracker list we imported. You can see that very few of them have cost or traffic associated with them. And it's certainly not agreeing too much with the the search data that is coming back from Dogpile. And these are Google's numbers, not Dogpile's numbers. I tend to trust Google's numbers a little bit better. Okay, you can see that 0.33, and again, I believe that Wordtracker is talking about monthly because some of the numbers they had on there, I just can't imagine are daily. Because if they're saying it's daily, it's wrong. But I don't know for sure what they're supposed to be. 3,407 top searches, 100 only. This must be a monthly number. Don't know. Okay, so but you can see that Mothers Against Drunk Driving has 52 searches, okay, on the natural engines per day, and about half a click per day on the pay-per-click engines. And there is a little bit of tiddlywinks going on here with cost and traffic. Kelley has programmed this to have a range of 71 cents, the lowest cost per click, $1.07 the highest. Okay, and you can see there's also people killed by drunk drivers. This phrase is getting paid for on the search engines, and this is something that you want to watch. What this means in your market convergence and research is that people are interested in people getting killed by drunk drivers. There is stuff happening on here, but most of these terms do not have any cost per click on the pay-per-click engines. And what you really need to do in order to interpret these, you can see this is why we're not really competing with any of the keyword tools, but processing the language and understanding the conversation, is that we just need to go up here and to the apply filter. And if we remove the filter that we added, which is the import keyword function here, okay, just delete that and then apply it. What we've just done is included the Wordtracker keywords in the context of the natural language processing. We're using LSI in this particular mode, highest being 21. The seed word is drunk driver. You can tell because drunk driver is blue. You can see up here that the legend tells you that it's blue. Okay, it's been used 2 times. Notice that these long phrases are not used in the top 10 to 20 or top 10 to 50 websites, okay, in that order. Okay, driving while intoxicated, okay, that does have cost, and because there's a lot of business in DUI. I'm sure that most of you know that. But this is what market research is about with language processing. We can tell right here, drunk drivers, RCW, driving while intoxicated, that's DWI. Look how much money there is in here. That's part of your market research. That was a term that was brought back with TLKT already. Okay, drunk drivers crash, that's a Wordtracker term. Convicted drunk driver. So what you have is these little spots in here. Drunk driver, attorney, Tulsa. Okay, you can see there's a 14 out of 21 in the natural language processing score, or the LSI score, and the rest. But the terms that were already here have cost and traffic tied to them, as well as searches. That's because we already do all that stuff before you. We don't just bring back a static database that doesn't include cost. I mean, these are great thematic words, and I love Wordtracker for some things that it does, but I only want it if I can import it into something that gives me a frame of reference, which is TLKT, and basically decision insurance. Okay, and you can sort these in any way you want, like drug and alcohol. That's when you're getting way down here out of 12 out of 19 in the LSI, or natural language processing or conversation monitoring. Okay. So there's just not really very high. Something I want to point out that's positive about the Wordtracker keywords is in natural processing is you can see that Spartanburg drunk driver, pretty low competing pages, but it is pretty high relative to drunk driver. That's because Wordtracker brought back those terms with drunk driver in it. So they're long tails. Long tails are naturally high in the conversation, but they're not really naturally high necessarily by terms of cost and traffic. What you really want is the searches to be high. So what you can do is you can always do a double sort. And I'm going to show you how to do that now for the ultimate results that you can't really get in other keyword tools that don't have natural language processing. I'll have to show you a little bit more about this when we come back, since I have about 30 seconds left. But just know that these are all the default columns, and even the natural language processing data, which is the raw data, is here. The more advanced natural language processing data is in a program on the back office called Lari. There's nothing like it in the world. We're going to show you how it works when we come back.